Chapter 1. Stronger but not bald. 100 push-ups consecutive days, 1095 completed. 100 sit-ups consecutive days, 1095 completed. 100 squats consecutive days, 1095 completed. 10 kilometers long run consecutive days, 1094 in progress. 9.1 kilometer, 9.4 kilometer, 9.9 kilometers. Chen Fan took a deep breath and sprinted toward the last 100 meters of the track. Crossed the finish line. Ding. 10 kilometers long run consecutive days, 1095 completed. Congratulations, host. Perseverance and determination have led to the completion of the 3-year exercise task. Reward calculation in progress. Hearing the system's pleasant notification sound, Chen Fan couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement, the corners of his mouth gradually rising. 3 years. Do you know how I spent these 3 years? 3 years ago today, the 15-year-old Chen Fan received his very own system Goldfinger. Perseverance system. As long as you persist in doing one thing, there will definitely be a reward. For others, persistence may not guarantee success. But for Chen Fan, persistence will always yield results. For example, persistently completing 100 math worksheets earned him full marks in mathematics. Persistently reciting 100 Chinese texts earned him photographic memory. Thanks to the perseverance system, Chen Fan's academic performance in high school always ranked first, unshakable by anyone. Persisting in doing 100 handstands 100 times earned him body strength 1. Persisting in practicing the sunflower pointing hand for 100 days earned him Kato's divine finger. Persisting in touching the electric switch. Chen Fan only lasted 3 days on this one. The above achievements were passively triggered while exploring the system's functions, while the 3-year exercise task was actively assigned by the system. Doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, plus a 10 kilometers long run every day. This exercise task is neither too hard nor too easy. It's not hard because this exercise intensity is not significant for people in this world. Even an ordinary person can easily accomplish it. However, it's not easy because it requires unwavering commitment for 3 years. Without missing a single day, missing even one day would mean all previous efforts are in vain. During his toughest times, after a car accident that left him with a broken leg, he still persisted in hopping to complete the 10 kilometers run and 100 squats on one leg. Thanks to this exercise task, this low-key young master of the Chen family has become thoroughly famous, albeit with a strange reputation. Fortunately, all the hardships and perseverance of the past 3 years will bear fruit today. I hope the reward for this system's persistence task won't turn me bald. Chen Fan silently prayed. In addition to the system Goldfinger, he has another unknown secret that even his parents cannot know. That is, he is a time traveler in his previous life. He was a hardworking person. One day, he stumbled out and was accidentally kicked by a driver who said, "We are all try to live," and was transported to this blue star that is 90 similar to Earth. Of course, this was before the appearance of the New World. 50 years ago, a mutation event changed the entire blue star dramatically. In 2030, numerous spatial rifts appeared out of nowhere across the globe. Countries around the world were shocked to discover that behind these spatial rifts lay a vast wilderness world. People called it the New World, viewing it as the new hope for human civilization. In the New World, people discovered special new metallic elements that had never existed on the blue star, along with many unknown species of plants and animals. The gas composition of the New World, in addition to oxygen and nitrogen, contained another unknown component. This component can significantly activate human cells if one resides in the New World for an extended period. Even without doing anything, their physical constitution will improve. This discovery drove countries around the world into a frenzy, with countless people rushing to obtain qualifications to enter the New World. However, opportunity often coexists with danger. Just as humanity was immersed in the joy of discovering the New World, it finally revealed its fangs. Terrifying savage creatures from the New World attacked, easily defeating human armies, with large numbers of ferocious beasts pouring out from the spatial rifts, invading the blue. Started in just a week, more than half of the countries on the blue star were conquered and destroyed by these beasts. Fortunately, there seemed to be some kind of invisible barrier between the blue star and the New World, preventing the most powerful savage beasts from crossing over. This also gave humanity a chance to breathe. Human firepower was sufficient to kill those relatively weaker creatures. That world-class war lasted a full year, with casualties in the human world reaching hundreds of millions. Though the casualties were heavy, there were also benefits. The two worlds were interconnected, and the special gas from the new world entered the blue star, causing changes in plants and animals. The grand era of martial arts was thus set in motion. This is an era belonging to martial artists, and becoming an extraordinary martial artist is everyone's dream. In this era, extraordinary martial artists have replaced so-called celebrities, becoming idols that people admired. If I could really have the power of Saitama, becoming bald wouldn't be a problem, Chen Fan muttered to himself. As a time traveler, upon seeing the system's 3-year exercise task, he immediately recognized that this was the secret to the strength of Saitama, the bald hero from the One Punch Man world, persisting in doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometers run every day for 3 years. Even if it's hot, he won't turn on air conditioning. And then he becomes bald but also stronger, able to one-punch defeat any monster. If Chen Fan could gain powers similar to Saitama, then no matter what savage beast he faced, he could smash them with a single punch. Just thinking about that scene is a bit exciting. Just as Chen Fan was lost in his thoughts, the mechanical notification sound of the system rang again, announcing the reward results. In front of Chen Fan, the characters for task completion transformed into 5 streams of light that gathered in one place, blooming with dazzling crystalline brilliance. And the first thing that appeared before Chen Fan's eyes was a fruit. With a thought, Chen Fan clicked on the final crystalline result, and a golden light brighter than the sun burst. Fourth, congratulations, host, awakened level Ancient Sacred Body. Chen Fan. What the hell? As a time traveler, Chen Fan has certainly heard of the great name of the Ancient Sacred Body. No great emperor among the human race. The 9 great sacred bodies battle the heavens. A fully realized sacred body can contend with great emperors. Although he doesn't know if the ancient sacred body rewarded by the system is the invincible physique he is familiar with, since it is determined to be SSS, it surely can't be too far off. While the power of Saitama's punch is indeed formidable, in terms of future development, the ancient sacred body is undoubtedly more promising. The benefits of awakening the sacred body are immediate and evident, booming. If someone were beside Chen Fan at this moment, they would be shocked to discover that within him, there was a sound resembling a tsunami and thunder erupting, crackling. All the joints in Chen Fan's body were making sounds, but it wasn't painful. Instead, it felt extraordinarily refreshing, an unprecedented baptism. As the ancient sacred body was loaded, a powerful feeling filled Chen Fan's limbs, and every move he made displayed strength. Before awakening the ancient sacred body, Chen Fan's strength was far from meeting the minimum requirements of a martial artist. But now, it was completely different. Forget about passing the martial artist assessment. He felt that he could now tear a fierce tiger apart with his bare hands, throw an elephant with one hand, and with a casual kick, he could crack the ground. Seems I can't return to the classroom until I fully adapt to this power. Chen Fan thought that it's only 3 days until the college entrance examination, and Chen Fan, a top student who has been at the top for years, is fine with not attending school. And now that he has awakened the ancient sacred body, it doesn't matter if he skips the exam. Once he becomes a martial artist, top universities will come to recruit him. However, after years of hard work, it wouldn't be bad to put a perfect ending to his student life. The identities of the college entrance examination champion and the awakened martial artist should be a satisfactory answer for his family, Chen Fan thought. Buzz, buzz, buzz. At this moment, the communicator in his pocket rang. Chen Fan took out the communicator, and the caller ID showed his mother. He answered the call. Chen Fan, come home immediately. The voice was cold. Half an hour later, at the Chen family villa. Chen Fan, you're not my son. Sign this severance letter, and from now on, you have no relationship with the Chen family. Chapter 2. I, who awakened the sacred body, am severed from my family. Sign this severance letter and take 1 million yuan with you. From now on, you have no relationship with the Chen family. This was the first thing Chen Fan heard upon returning to the Chen family villa. The speaker was his mother, Wang Qiyu. Chen Fan's eyes widened in shock, and an extremely bewildered expression appeared on his face. Severing family ties? Chen Fan could hardly believe his ears. Did he just hear about severing ties? Is this some kind of family ethics drama? Or some family test or something? In an instant, many possibilities flashed through Chen Fan's mind, all of which were wrong. You're not the true young master of the Chen family. My real son is about to return, so you can leave. Wang Xiuru dropped another bombshell. Boom! The fog in Chen Fan's mind exploded, and everything became clear. The true young master is back. No need for a fake young master. The legendary drama of the true and false young masters was actually happening to him. I have awakened the ancient sacred body and am about to become a martial artist. Yet you say I am the fake young master and want to drive me away. After a brief moment of shock, Chen Fan couldn't help but chuckle at this absurd life. At the same time, the doubts that had troubled him for years were cleared away at this moment, and he finally understood why Wang Xiuru had always made him feel distant since. Childhood, what's so funny? Chen Fan's mother, Wang Xiuru, showed anger on her face and was very dissatisfied with Chen Fan's reaction in her imagination. Chen Fan should be pale, terrified, and unstable, unable to stand after being struck by this news. However, Chen Fan not only did not show any of those reactions, but instead laughed out loud. As expected, he was always strange. Wang Xiuru had never liked Chen Fan since he was a child because he was too strange, completely different from ordinary kids. He never cried or made a fuss, didn't cause trouble for others, and was overly sensible, almost not like a child. Clearly an innocent age, he gave off a strangely stable feeling. Everyone praised Chen Fan for being sensible, but Wang Xiuru did not like him. Of course, the biggest reason she didn't like Chen Fan was that he was not her flesh and blood, but just a substitute for her real son. What are you laughing at? We are not joking with you. You are not the young master of the Chen family. Yeah, you are not my brother, and you can no longer take care of me. Two lively voices followed one after another. Chen Fan put away his smile, and his expression became as calm as water. He raised his eyes to look at the two Chen family young ladies to the left of Wang Xiuru. The elder one was named Chen Chuqing, Chen Fan's twin sister. No, now it should be said the true young master's twin sister, who had once been inseparable from Chen Fan for many years, until 3 years ago when their relationship dramatically cooled. The younger one was Chen Chuiwe, the youngest in the Chen family, who was in the 3rd grade of elementary school this year. She had always been favored by the whole family, which led to many young lady temperaments. But she was obedient only in front of Chen Fan because he would genuinely discipline her. When she made mistakes, what are you looking at? Don't feel wrong for over a decade. Our Chen family hasn't skimped on your food and clothing, so you should be content. Chen Chuqing said with her arms crossed, looking proud. Yeah, Chen Chuiwe echoed. After enjoying my son's wealth for 18 years, it's time to return it. Looking at the still calm Chen Fan, Wang Xiuru felt a surge of irritation, sensing that something was slipping out of her control. Chen Fan's calm gaze swept over the 3 women, finally landing on a mature woman in a high-heeled professional outfit, standing by the stairs. The eldest sister of the Chen family, Chen Chuyao, who had taken over a company under the Chen family as president after graduating from university 2 years ago. Throughout, Chen Chuyao had not said a word, not even glancing over, showing little concern for this family matter. After a moment, Chen Fan's gaze returned to Wang Xiuru, and he asked, "Does Dad know about this? Do you think I don't have the right to decide this matter?" Wang Xiuru's eyebrows shot up, seemingly enraged. Chen Fan did not speak again, and the atmosphere in the villa's hall quieted down. Of course, we are not heartless people. After living under the same roof for over a decade, if you can kneel down and beg us, it wouldn't be impossible for you to stay in this house. Chen Chuqing said, confidently believing Chen Fan would compromise gratefully. After all, this was the identity of the young master of the Chen family. Representing wealth and glory, all he had to do was bow his head to keep it. Yeah, if you want to stay, you must not be mean to me anymore. You can't restrict me from eating snacks or playing games. And also, you have to listen to me from now on. Chen Chuyue put forward her demands. The eldest sister of the Chen family remained silent, seemingly indifferent. Chen Fan's gaze fell on Wang Xiuru, and since she did not refute her daughter's words, it indicated her tacit approval. Chen Fan couldn't help but laugh again. What are you laughing at? Do you really think we're joking with you? Chen Chuqing was unhappy. Chen Fan's reaction was completely different from what she had expected. With the experience of 2 lifetimes, Chen Fan had already understood the reason behind today's drama. Simply put, it was a test of obedience. Chen Fan had known since childhood that his mother, Wang Qiyu, had a very strong desire for control. However, Chen Fan, having lived two lives, had his own ideas and would never be influenced by her. This time, his mother probably wanted to use the pretense of the fake young master to make Chen Fan lower his proud head and not defy her, while also clearing any potential obstacles for the true young master who was about to return. Unfortunately, their calculations were destined to fail. Not to mention that Chen Fan now possessed a system and had awakened the strongest physique, ready to log in and become a martial artist at any time. Even without these, Chen Fan would never bow his head. Obedience as its first time, and then countless subsequent times this head cannot be bowed under any circumstances. Chen Fan took a deep breath, seemingly making a certain determination, and his gaze swept over the four people present. Mom, eldest sister, third sister, and little sister, this is the last time I will call you that. After saying this, Chen Fan unhesitatingly picked up the pen on the table, swiftly wrote down the name Chen Fan, and then bit his finger to leave his fingerprint. The entire process was done without a hint of hesitation, so fast that the Chen family members couldn't react in time, that it was only when Chen Fan turned to leave that they finally came to their senses. Oh no, third sister, how could brother really sign it? This is not what we agreed upon. The youngest, Chen Chuwe, panicked and shook Chen Chuching's arm. Stop right there. Wang Qiyu suddenly stood up and shouted sternly. Chen Fan, if you really walk out that door today, don't even think about coming back. If you lower your head now, there's still time. You're still the young master of the Chen family. If you go out, you'll just be an ordinary person, with none of the privileged life you have now. Do you understand? Old third, Chen Chuki, said anxiously. Chen Fan's footsteps paused slightly. Seeing this, Chen Chuki's eyes lit up, thinking her words had worked. Her awful little brother truly couldn't bear to part with the Chen family's status and comfortable life. She had him under her control. In the future, however, before the triumphant curve of her lips could rise, it froze. Then I'll leave and never come back. With that, Chen Fan had no more attachments and strode out the door.